Ladies and gentlemen, we are live back with another episode of the Chi-Town Sports Podcast. Today, Ben is not with me. I'm trying out a solo episode. You can see that in the title. You clicked on this video, maybe for that reason. Regardless, though, got a bunch of topics. We're going to be doing a regular old video, talking about the NBA playoffs, the championship, Anthony Davis, the Bulls. How does this stack up in the GOAT comparison with LeBron and MJ? Big Ten football's coming back next weekend. Notre Dame moves up to 4. Florida drops big. So far, my college football upset picks are 3-0. I'll talk more about that. MLB playoffs, they're heating up. Rays won a big one last night. And then the Dakota Prescott injury. The Bears rolling. Rams rolling. Seahawks and Packers. Talking about all those big teams, big names, big players. Maybe some Super Bowl predictions. I don't know. But let's hop right in. Let's talk some sports. Here we go. We're going to start off with the NFL. Of course, Dak Prescott out for the year. Dislocated and broke his ankle. Sad stuff out of Dallas. Saw Tony Dungy made some questionable comments. I'm not a huge Tony Dungy fan. He has been doing the Notre Dame game, so I've been hearing him more and more, but what he said was just not right. If you don't know what he said, I don't remember off the top of my head, but I know the gist of it. You can just look it up. A quick Google search. But, I mean, everyone has their own opinion on things, and I don't think he was trying to be mean to Dak. He just worded it a little wrong, and, it happens sometimes. But regardless, I feel so bad for Dak. He's a trooper. He's resilient. He's going to come back. They won the game for him, but his presence is definitely felt around the league, and especially him losing his brother earlier this year. It's been a hard year for Dak. So my prayers are with him. I hope he gets back on the field as quick as he can. Bears 4-1 beat the Buccaneers on Thursday night. Game-clinching field goal and then a great defensive series. That was huge. That was really huge for the Bears. So they were saying, we only just beat the easy teams. We can't do it in prime time. We did it. It was 7:20 game on Thursday night against the Buccaneers with Tom Brady at the helm. So that was huge. Huge win for the Chicago Bears. It was close. They were down 13, and that defense, ever since the first quarter, really was playing really well. That was championship defense for 3 quarters. And the first quarter wasn't even that hard. I want to talk some Super Bowl predictions and playoff predictions. Right now, I'm really high on the Bills. I think the Bills could even beat the Chiefs. I don't think the Chiefs got much better. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, sure, but they lost Damian Williams. Didn't really improve the O-line, and didn't really improve the defense. And I think the defense is really going to make a huge difference this year in particular. And I've loved what I've seen from the Bills' defense so far. Sure, their offense is better, but I don't know. I like who they have there. It hasn't been pretty. Sure, they gave up 32 to the Rams and 28 to the Dolphins. I don't know. The Bills' defense, just towards the end of the year, there's something about it. When it gets cold, that Bills' defense, sure, they haven't had the prettiest game so far, but I just like them. I don't know. There's something about it, and I love their offense. Stephon Diggs was a huge addition. And the tandem of Zach Moss and, more importantly, Devin Singletary is really working right now, helping Josh Allen back there. So if I were to say AFC predictions, man, this is hard. I'd say my top 4 are probably Chiefs, of course, Ravens, of course, probably Steelers and Bills. The top 4 teams right now, I think, are the really top 4 best. I mean, if the Titans win Monday night, they move up, but Titans didn't get that much better either. So Steelers, I think, improved a lot. Chase Claypool had a heck of a day. I was very excited watching that game. Watched basically the whole thing. Ravens, they didn't get much better either, but they still have a solid team, and they definitely could have won it all last year. So you can't take that away from them. Chiefs were dominant last year, and they're still dominant. But the Bills are just exciting. I love Josh Allen. I don't know if this is the year they make the Super Bowl or even make the conference or the AFC Championship game, but still, if I were to put out my picks right now, I'd probably say Chiefs Ravens. But I think the Steelers, or I think the Raiders, if they get all healthy, think one of those teams can also make a run. Maybe even the Titans again. And the Colts have an electrifying defense, but I don't think Philip Rivers would do the job for him. Let's talk NFC now. Seahawks, they're honestly probably if their defense is the weak link. But if Jamal Adams can get healthy and play at a all-pro first-team level, the defense is a top defense right there. Rams looked really good. I like the Rams. Their one game they lost was the 3 against the Bills in a shootout. But if I had to make one pick for who's coming out of the NFC, I think I'd have to say the Packers. Packers defense has struggled, sure. But Aaron Rodgers is on a mission after they drafted Jordan Love. If they would have drafted a wide receiver, I would probably have them locked. It doesn't even have to be a great receiver, but like Brandon Ayuk. Trade up a few to get Justin Jefferson. Trade up a few to get Jalen Reagor. Draft Chase Claypool early. Draft one of those wide receivers that's making an impact right now early on their various teams across the league. Packers would be up there even more so. But I like the Packers, and I think the NFC is kind of a toss-up. But Seahawks, Rams, Packers, I think even Bears. If Nick Foles can put up maybe 30 touchdowns and limit himself to 7 or 8 picks, Bears, man, they might have a shot at the end of the conference or the NFC Championship game, which is, I think, my hope. I have a lot of hope for them this year, and let's see if they convert. Let's move on to MLB playoffs. Man, there's nothing like October baseball. We heard earlier today Rick Renteria got fired, and I think that was on the fact the A's White Sox game 3. Rick Renteria, before the first pitch was thrown, or maybe it was right after the first pitch, but early in the first inning, when his guys were up there pitching, he had more guys pitching in the bullpen, and that, oh my goodness. If you're a bullpen guy, what are you thinking? They're warming me up. Am I supposed to throw 8.5 shutout innings? No. Am I supposed to throw 7.5, 8 innings? No. Because they're just going to warm up the next guy once I'm done because they know I'm not going to do that much. You leave it all up to the offense. They have all the pressure, and then your relievers are like, he's warming me up. Is he going to warm up the next guy? Like, I think that lost him the series. They easily could have won that game. Offense produced. That was rough. So I think he deserved to get fired. And the White Sox have a lot of talent, so I think they can do well with a new manager. Might take them a year to fit in, but still. Houston, Tampa Bay. I hope Tampa Bay wins, man. I really don't want Houston to go back. And if Tampa Bay wins, I also have to go with the Dodgers winning. I think the Dodgers will win. And yeah, man. I really don't want Houston winning. And I want to see the Dodgers win. I feel bad for them. I think this is their year. I think it all came together. Made a big offseason trade for Mookie Betts and David Price. I usually hate the Dodgers, but I want them to win. I feel bad for them. Also, really quickly, Monday Night Football, New Orleans Chargers. It's honestly a toss-up. Michael Thomas still out. Locker room issues. The Saints are messy this year. I didn't even comment about the Saints being close to a title or making their championship game. I just don't think they will. It's messy. Do not see the Saints coming, honestly, anywhere close to the NFC Championship game, which is something that I don't usually say. Something not many people usually say. Let's get back on track. I'm gonna save NBA for the final minutes, just because it's the NBA. Everyone's been locked in on that, especially me in the chip. And the Lakers brought home the chip last night. Big Ten football. Starting the 23rd, Friday night. We have an Illinois. Who's Illinois play again? Sorry. Illinois plays Wisconsin. That'll be interesting. I think Illinois could pull an upset, not even gonna lie. Depends how Levy gets them prepared. I think that first weekend of the Big Ten will be a little messy, though. I'm not gonna lie. Sadly, though, I think the the Saturday night football game will be going to Minnesota, Michigan, which I just hate. Michigan doesn't deserve to be there. Come on. It's not just I'm a Michigan hater. They're just not that good. Minnesota's going to pummel them. Trevor Morgan, Rashad Bateman, who decided to come back. They're beasts. I really love that duo. Notre Dame moved up to 4. I thought UNC would move up even more, quite frankly. Yeah, Bama stayed at 2. Don't agree with that. I think Georgia should have moved up to 2, but that Georgia-Bama game, wow. I usually take Bama. I just think they win those big games. But after last year losing to LSU at home with a healthy Tua, sure, he wasn't 100% healthy, but he didn't have his limb off. So, I don't know. Really quickly, too, playoff predictor. I haven't really talked about this. I used to love talking about this. To make the playoff, Clemson is the highest by 75 at 75%, Ohio State 71%, Bama 65, Georgia 53, Wisconsin 39, Oregon 23, Penn State 21, USC 16, Notre Dame 14. I was shocked. I think Notre Dame deserves to be at least a 20% odds, 25% odds. But Notre Dame could very well make this. I think it's going to be Clemson, Ohio State, and I think Bama. I had Florida up there, but they lost. Oklahoma State I've had up there for a while. You can look back in my college football predictions video. I had OK State in the top 5. I mean, everything going on in the Big 12. Excuse me. This could be an Oklahoma State Mike Gundy led team year. As in they'll get blown out by whoever they play. They're a Big 12 defense. But quite frankly, all these leagues have looked like they're Big 12 defenses. SEC. Bama let up 48 points to the Ole Miss Rebels. Wow. Florida 41 to Texas A&M. Wow. And my upset picks. Week 1, I said Mississippi State's going down to Death Valley. Pre-Derek Stingley injury as well, and it's going to beat the Tigers. And they did. They won by 10, 44-34. Then next week after that, I said TCU's going into Austin, Texas, and is going to take down the Longhorns. I was right again, 2-0. The odds on both of those games were, I think, 20% TCU would win via ESPN and 5.6% Mississippi State would win via ESPN. So very low. And then last week, I didn't go with a ranked game. Kansas State was ranked 26th. They were the most receiving votes. I said Kansas State's going to beat TCU, and TCU is favored by 8.5. So you don't have to call that an upset. You can say whatever you want to it, but TCU is favored by 8.5. So that's a pretty big margin, and I had Kansas State winning in the upset. Kansas State won. So I'm 3-0 this week. Not really sure what my upset will be. Haven't even looked at the games. I'm going to look at them now. I know very vaguely who's playing. Just scrolling down here. South Carolina maybe upsetting Auburn. Maybe Boston College taking down Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech will have their guys back down. They put up a valiant effort against UNC. Wait, college game days at Florida State. Come on now. Oh no. Georgia Auburn. Georgia Bama. Sneezed so much my headset came off. Wow. Said Georgia Bama, excuse me, but I guess the game on ABC is North Carolina Florida State. That's a horrible game, but so if I had to guess right now, probably Auburn, South Carolina. I'd take South Carolina. South Carolina has a 33.8% chance to win. Yeah. I think that's solid. I think Auburn's just gonna run it. Bigsby's a goat. who's a high 4-star recruit, Tank Bisbee. Actually, I've looked at his recruiting profile since, and this kid's electric. This kid's definitely going to be an early round pick, regardless of no injuries. I think he's a really good player. And I did say regardless of no injuries, this kid is elite. This kid is elite. This kid is Todd Gurley level. NBA chip. We all know what happened there. Lakers took care of business in 6 games. People are saying the Heat were going to come out, make it a 7-game series because of Goran Dragic. No, they were tired. Goran hasn't played. Jimmy put up a great effort. I think Jimmy deserves to be called a superstar. Jimmy High Roller. He said there are no superstars in the Miami Heat team. I disagree. I think Jimmy Butler is a superstar. I think he fits perfectly with that Miami Heat team. But recency bias is a killer. So we got to give it a few months, and then we'll talk about it. See how next year goes. Because every year's a new year. Credits to the Heat for making it in 6. They should be definitely very proud. They were a 5 seed. And really quickly, I predicted that. I said the Heat were going to beat the Lakers back in July, maybe August, and I was right. So you got to give me credits for predicting the finals, and I had a 5 seed. I didn't have a 1 seed versus a 1 seed. I had a 5 seed versus a 1 seed. So I'm really proud of that. And that was a great. I've been making some great predictions. So I'm not gonna. I'm gonna credit myself. I want to make myself feel good for a second. 80 to the Bulls. Changing it up. Not talking about the championship anymore. Credits to LeBron. That one was for Kobe. Credits to AD. He did not carry LeBron. I hate everyone saying that. LeBron, as he said in his post-game speech, give me my damn respect. Give him his respect. He deserves it. Dude has 4 titles. Sure, he's been to the finals a lot, but give him his damn respect. LeBron got his 4th on a 3rd team. AD got his 1st. I think AD was honestly more happy than LeBron. I really did. I think AD, that was big for AD. That was big. But AD, he's going to want that regular season MVP, and he's going to want that finals MVP. I'm sorry, but in LA, I don't know if that's going to work out. But you know where it will? Chicago. You know where he's from? Chicago. You know what Rachel Nichols commented? You gave him this moment since growing up on the playgrounds of Chicago. Yes, he did. Prospective high school star. Then went to Kentucky. Left his hometown, Illinois. But it's all right. Or his hometown of Chicago to go play some college basketball with Coach Calipari. Regardless, so we want AD back. Anthony Davis comes to Chicago. Zach LaVine, Anthony Davis. Put Davis at the 5, Laurie at the 4, Zach at the 2. Draft Isaac Okoro at the 5, and then you have Kobe White running the 1. Dangerous. Get a veteran or 2. I like that. I like that a lot. So I think Anthony Davis to Chicago is a viable possibility. I think it could honestly happen. I like its odds, and I love Anthony Davis as a player. I think everyone does. And really quickly, we're 18 and a half minutes through. Or I should say I am 18 and a half minutes through. I want to talk about LeBron's legacy very quickly because the man won his 4th finals. And I'm not hearing the GOAT debate as much as I expected because in quarantine, everyone was bringing it up. When there was even no basketball, now there's basketball. LeBron just took his team, yes, I called it his team, to the promised land, won him a championship. And I'm not hearing LeBron compared to the GOAT. I don't know why that is. Maybe people are saying it's all Anthony Davis. I agree Anthony Davis helped, but, well, LeBron, that team's nothing. That team's not even coming close. So I still think MJ's the GOAT. I'm not going to change. LeBron's going to have to win probably 3 more titles. He's got to have more titles because he's played so many more for me to say that. Do I think LeBron will win 3 titles? No. The man's old. The man's tired. He's 35 years old. His 36th birthday is coming up in 2.5 months. So I don't know. I don't know if he can get he can get 3 more, but he's definitely a legend. Top 2 in my book goes MJ1, LeBron 2. But the man's a legend. And Bronny, if I were you, please let us know what happens. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to end it on that. I had to sneak in a little Bronny comment into the show. Of course, I'm pretty sure everyone that's watching this knows what happened with Bronny, but Bronny's LeBron James' son if you don't. He did something questionable on social media, we'll say that. But thank you guys for watching. Solo podcast, I enjoyed it, I'm going to be honest, but I love bickering with Ben, especially about Michigan and just about all things sports. I do it with Ben nearly every day. And doing it on camera just saves the memory so later in life I can come back and watch these sports debates. And in the moment, they're pretty fun too. So I think we're going to go back to Ben and I. I just want to try this out. Our Dave Revson interview went phenomenal. I love that. That was probably my favorite thing I've ever done with the Chi-Town Sports YouTube channel. Ben and I are hopefully going to have someone else on the show. We won't say any names. That will probably be in the next 5-6 weeks. We're going to space it out a little bit. Ben doesn't want it to be too soon. I'm fine with doing it next week, but if Ben wants to space it out, I understand. Save our good videos. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. I like the interaction. Yeah, it's going to be it. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.